Do you smell it, chat? That's the smell of... I think they call it petrichor. That's the smell of when it's been torrentially downpouring outside. Yeah, that's not what I smell at the moment. My window is closed because there's not actually any rain or anything going on right now, but it was pretty loud for a while. And now it's just traffic noises from the highway outside, and nobody needs to hear that during the stream. Anyway, hello, welcome back. My name is Marito. How are you guys doing? How has the last week of your life been? For me, it's been good. It's been pretty relaxed, as you can imagine when you suddenly don't have a job, which, funnily enough, we were discussing it. They probably think it's, me and some friends think it's financial related, which is fine in terms of the store, which is perfectly fine. But we actually got a letter yesterday. Yes, Kebi has been monumentally busy. But thankfully she's pushing through it very, very well. We are very proud of my girlfriend Kebi, who has found time to hop in on the stream. Very much appreciated. But yeah, I just actually got a letter from my healthcare provider through work saying that my plan had expired quite literally 4:30. So that means that they probably canceled. They probably gave me the 2 weeks notice, but didn't actually give me it. But they gave like Geisinger and stuff the 2 weeks notice. So I literally just got handed a letter like two or three days afterwards that said, "Oh, by the way, your healthcare fucking expired. Eat shit, asshole." So thank you very much. Very cool. I love rich people. No, actually, it's all good. It's not the end of the world. Thankfully, I'm a healthy lad. Knock on wood. But yeah, we are going to play today a game that I have absolutely zero experience with. Actually, there's a couple things that I'd like to get out of the way first. First things first, this stream also has a sponsor, and that would be Monster Energy. Shout out to Jake. Jake loves these. Jake drinks one every single day, so this is to him. Yeah. I've gotten like 4 emails from a single company saying, "You didn't get accepted, but rate your experience, please." I've also gotten those. There was, God, I don't even remember what fucking job it was for, but I had gotten these emails. I remember. It was a remote job. So it was a remote job because I was like, oh, maybe, I'll get into the remote thing, I did not. But I had gotten these emails. I wasn't able to complete the registration process. And then this fucking company kept saying over and over, "How was your experience?" And I didn't reply because the only thing I would say was it was fucking terrible. And then like 2 months later, after I had found a job, they emailed me to say, "By the way, you didn't get the job." I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured by the fact that I couldn't complete the sign up. Have you considered maybe not having your entire tech stack be fucking garbage written by ChatGPT? That's a thought. Anyway, in terms of things not written by ChatGPT at one point, I would like to... I've been busy with a bunch of like projects and stuff because, I didn't have a whole lot of time when I was working, and now I do. So I'm like, well, I'm going to make good use of this time. And some of it's, been spent reading, and some of it has been spent, playing games and stuff. But I've also been working on projects. Big thing right now at the moment is my website. I've shown off hi-fi on the stream before. This is not the big thing I want to show off. What I want to show off is actually that there's some new themes. So obviously there's the classic V3 theme, which I don't know if I've ever actually... I'm sure I did. But I'll do that real quick one more time, just so you get an idea. So this was the theme from, 2020. And then I brought that back, obviously, for hi-fi normally, and then gave it a dark theme. Very, very nice. And then also I had put up this, which is based on the first NeoCities site that I had, 2018, so we're going way the fuck back. But I've also put together 2 new themes. I've gotten the Nostalgia Miner theme, which is very, very nice. That's based on this right here. It's It's a good thing I have all of these URLs very easy to type. So this was a LARPy website that I had made because, you know, when you write certain intentionally goat-getting articles on websites, people tend to gain a certain perspective on your opinions, and for whatever reason, a lot of people seem to think when I wrote the nostalgia mining essay on NeoCities that I just hated old sites for whatever reason, like old-looking sites. I don't. I hated that they weren't being used for anything interesting. So I built this, which is this crazy LARPy, quite literally LARPy. It's even dated 1998, which this might have actually been what spawned the 1998 plus whatever thing. But, you know, I put Song of the Week, which that is in fact a real audio file. And then I have some stuff about my Quake maps. This is very, very funny. A community thing over on QMap. This is so crazy LARPy. But you know what? It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I decided to resurrect it for hi-fi in remarkably stunning fashion. So, again, it's just so trippy to see, like, all of my modern work, whatever, but with this layout and theme. And yes, you can still look at my quick maps. You threw it, so, you know, there's that. But then the other theme is also based on one of my old sites, the Mary V1 theme. So if I go to V1, this is the very first site that I had up on DreamHost, you know, somnolescent.net. And this is actually a recreation because I've probably told this story before, but it was very, very funny. Kebby, thank you, Kebby. She had a shitpost version of this site where she made it uwu, so it became the Mewito site, which I think I can... It's a good thing I have such easily typable URLs. I think that gets you there. Nope. Nope. Junkyard, junk. Yeah, so she had this like goofy like meme version of this site made, and we found hello Savannah, we found that there was one version in the archives which does not seem to be on archives. Ironically enough, I'll have to fix that. Which had a much more full grab of the site. So with it, I was actually able to reconstruct. Hello Moon. I was actually able to reconstruct what this looked like because believe it or not, this by and large did not exist in full. I had like one very early grab of it, but thankfully I was able to recreate it in full. And now, if you're so inclined, you can look at my site through this theme, and it's weirdly charming. I don't know, it's kind of a stupid cramped layout, but I find it weirdly charming. And again, it's just a trip to like, oh, you know, here's like this is an album review that I wrote literally 4 fucking days ago, and you know, if you want to see it in a LARPy 1998 layout that I had made 7 years ago, there you go. You know, so we're starting to get some nice different themes, and like I said, you can just pick your favorite. I don't actually know if there's any other themes that I could use to make these. Or sites that I could use to base themes off of. If you have any suggestions, do let me know. You know, but anyway, that's all I wanted to show off. That's a big part of what I've been working on. The other thing now, actually, if you go to my journal, you can do a whole bunch of reading about technical stuff for how I've been putting together site stuff, including on the style selector. For how all of this is implemented internally. So if you're a nerdy type, if you're so inclined, you can go to kami.somnolescent.net and check that out as well. But that's obviously not what we're here for tonight. Tonight, we are here to play some PS2 games on my real PS2, like I have not been doing lately. I've been playing Guitar Hero 2 on the emulator because of retro achievements. Moon says, petrichor is the smell of rain on the ground. Yeah, I said that earlier because it just started crazy, like, torrentially downpouring, like, earlier. It's calm now, but we were getting fucking, like, tornado warnings and stuff, and we don't get tornadoes here. There was no actual tornado. I think they said they spotted it up in Mount Pocono, but I'm not near Mount Pocono, so we're all good. Those sweet, sweet plant and dirt oils I cannot smell. It's true. It's not COVID. She just can't smell. She's weird like that. Anyway. So yeah, we're going to be playing a game that I have absolutely zero experience with, but I do have a physical copy in my hand, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. See, there's a DVD case with a disc rattling inside of it. That's proof positive that this is real. Oh, I don't have a manual for it. That's fucking gay. I don't have a manual. The chat is slower than ever today, like a 5-minute delay. Oh shit. No, it's set to the stream latency is set to ultra low. I don't know. If that's happening, just restart the browser tab and hopefully it fixes it. But yeah, physical copy of this. I believe I got this from my friend Aaron because he was getting rid of some PS2 games and stuff. He had also given me a copy of Tony Hawk Underground. I know that he gave me, maybe it was Underground 2. It was Underground 2. And then what else did he give me? I know there was one other game in here. I don't recall. I can actually look at my fucking games now. They're not buried in a closet. They're actually on a nice shelf under my window. Protected from the sun. No worries. We're not sun bleaching games here. But yeah. Jak and Daxter on, real hardware, real disc. As you know me by now. You know, we don't bullshit. We don't half-ass anything. So let's pop that motherfucker in. Now that I have gotten all the preamble out of the way. Also, I'm glad to hear that chat seems to be fine for everyone else. Sometimes I fuck up settings. I actually had a small delay in the stream because my microphone, for whatever reason, was just showing that it was like noisy. It was not actually showing that there was like audio. You know what that? You know how you see the level bar in Streamlabs? It wasn't bouncing up and down my voice. It seemed to be random. So I was like, oh, there's something going on with my mic. It wasn't plugged in all the way. So believe it or not, I am fallible. I am a human being, and I do make mistakes. So contrary to what everybody seems to think about me, I do sometimes think I make mistakes. And like I said, I have absolutely no idea what the fuck we're going to play. I have vague memories of like the beginning of Jak 2 where the elf boy was being tortured. The elf boy being Jak. I know he's not actually an elf technically, but that's literally all the experience that I have with Jak, and that he has like a little fucking an Ottsel thing. Merito is always right sometimes. It's a good way to put it. Yes, chat. I thought you were a Flareon. Hey! There he is. There's a guy. I should also mention that I was not a fan of Crash Bandicoot much at all. So, let's hope that I get on with Jak a little more. Because I have heard good things about this game. And Naughty Dog, they are, phenomenal fucking programmers. They were doing things... They're kind of up there with Insomniac in terms of just, like, the stuff that they were able to pull off on console. Hello, new house. Sorry, Kebby. Your name is showing up normally on my phone for the most part, but the last message you sent, you're credited as Ebby. They just forgot the C. Oops. Come on. There we go. Alright. Let's just make sure all the settings are good. Vibration, play hints, that's fine. Aspect ratio. There we go. 16:9. Kebby yebby. Kebby yebby woo. Sound. That's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, Naughty Dog and Insomniac were kind of like way ahead of everybody else in what they were able to pull off on the PlayStation 1 and 2. Especially the PS2, because this thing was internally in fucking insane, bonkers, not even like a constrained programming nightmare, just like a Sony nightmare. Soy Jak and Daxter. The West has fallen. Billions of Precursor orbs, something. I don't know. I got work in the morning. No, I don't. Alrighty. I don't know why that took so long to make. I'm kind of actually worried that this save isn't going to be there now.
I have spent my life.
So this is a game about an elf and a furry saving the world together? I have no clue. We're going to find out together.
Who were the precursors? Why did they
Let me know if there's any audio issues, guys.
Planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world?
Oh shit, that's right. I do have that adapter. Hold on. I was struggling to hear it.
I have asked the plants, but they
get my actual big speakers going.
The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do
there
not
we go.
recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to?
The amount of contempt in this boy's face.
Sage anyway. I'm only the master of green ego, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Nene?
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it.
She's got crazy boobs.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps.
Idiot.
Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly.
Hey, is that fucking guy
Sage Hands,
Daxter, and why does he turn
precursors
into
that
a
build
dog?
This place all the time.
Man, there's
Where
so much
did they
unexplained.
go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as
Oh,
the
dear.
next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been a real loser.
Hello?
Wow.
You're
Why
holding
did
a
you
big
do
glowing thing.
that? I think we're in trouble!
Ow.
Ow!
Oh, see you later. Hey.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay.
This is someone's fetish.
I'm
I
fine.
know for a fact this is
I'm
many
fine.
people's fetish, actually.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
They was, I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep
You're gonna be like that forever, my friend.
Professional opinion, the change is an improvement.
It is, actually. He looked kind of fucking weird
I couldn't
before,
tell
to be
you if
honest.
I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen
The interesting thing
fit
about
to turn
fetishes
their
is
ends
that
on for
everything
quite
is
a
someone's
while.
fetish, and this stuff probably
The
triggered
only
it in
other way
people,
north
the
is
cycle
by
of
foot
life.
through the fire
I
canyon.
can confirm
Its
this has
volcanic
happened to me
soil
as
is
well.
hot
Not
enough
with
to melt
this.
Precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that
Cammy just
might
admitting
work.
to this stuff on
But
stream.
we're a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells.
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed
Oh
away
no, it looks,
somewhere.
it's a great
And
looking
even if they
game.
aren't willing to
It
just
really
give
is.
them away,
They got that squash and stretch thing that you really don't see in 3D graphics anymore. I quite like. I'm going to assume that because nobody has complained about not being able to hear it, that it's all good on the audio front, right?
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
There's a bit of echo if that's what you mean, but it's negligible. That's just my big speakers. You're just hearing my big speakers in the background. Alright, now I have control. So, here's the lads.
You can't come back through the warp gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
This device is a communicator. With it,
Man, what a weird mixture of, like, high technology, crazy magic, and, like, village living, right?
Are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Oh, man, it really is a collectathon. Oh, yeah. We collected, baby. Boink. Precursor nuclear bomb.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to
we doing 100%? No. Maybe, if I really like it that much. But remember, I like Ratchet and Clank a whole lot, and I've not even 100%ed them. So I was thinking about it though. I was like, damn, you know, I really should, right? I really should 100% at least. Yeah, that's fine. I really should 100% first Ratchet and Clank, and or at least the first one, if not both. And then I just never did. Collectathons are good. This one's, like I said, I think you guys can tell why I didn't want to play this one in the middle of February.
To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first. That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Ooh, exciting. So I'm assuming they want me to smash the boxes with the...
Hey, you found one of my scout flies.
Oh, what?
I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Wow. That didn't last as long as I would have hoped. Oh, they respawn. Okay. Oh, good, they respawn.
Now each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Hell yeah. I would get used to that. You're going to be seeing that animation a lot, I assume.
I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
Whee! Oh, we go so fast.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching.
If you 100% any Ratchet game, do 2 and 3 so you can visit the Insomniac Museums. Noted, noted. No, Pico is still speedier than me, but, you know, I get close.
That's a Blue Eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of Blue Eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Neat. Oh man, he's like a kid on a sugar high. It's kind of great.
Good work. The Blue Eco caused the door to open. With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
They just do the dance every single time. They never get bored of it.
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos, or one big green one to increase your health.
Oh, it's like a drum. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. The platform goes dong, dong.
Once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Oh, that's weird. So, you know how in most games you can double jump by, like as soon as you're in the air, you can double jump again? This one, there's a delay on how early you can do the second jump. So, like, if I double tap it real fast, like, listen. I only jumped the one time. But if I wait until I'm closer to the apex of the jump, then I can jump again. So that's different. That's different. Okay, they were like, hey, maybe we should have like 2 different animations? Oh shit. I do that animation every payday. Oh, Daxter is so heckin' quirky, guys. In this world, random farmer villagers use spaceship power cells to heat their ovens, random magic fart clouds let kids run really fast, and black goo turns you into a furry. So, basically, I want to go to Jak and Daxter land. Sorry, I forgot to break that guy. That explains why I was having such trouble jumping. Because you gotta wait a moment. Daxter is a quirk chungus. He's not quite big enough to be a chungus, but yeah, something like that. That's a nice ass view, by the way. That's pretty great. I forgot to grab this egg. Man, that delayed second jump is gonna fuck me up. I know it. I'll get used to it. I'm just so used to in every other game just double tapping X really fast. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Now we have safe travels downwards. Alrighty. I guess we're going back to the Green Sage's hut? I'm so itchy. I should have shaved. I'll shave in a moment. Live on stream, of course.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem.
Nice, that's what I'm here for.
We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
You're itching too?
Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Alrighty, so before we get too far in and I have to replay a whole bunch of shit on stream, the stuff that was going on with my memory card earlier has made me slightly paranoid. So if you guys don't mind, I am going to save again real quick and then restart the console and make sure that we're actually, like, the save is working. Because it looks like it's working, but it could very well not be working. There wasn't as many people in when I asked before, but how's the last week of your life been, chat? Kebby said that she was busy, which, yes, she is very, very busy. But how about the rest of you? What you been up to? Okay, thank God. All right. So Jak and Daxter is working. Good. Moon says not much. It's very understandable. Quite unbusy. I'm due for finding more critique partners, I think. That's another thing I've been doing, actually, right here on my Kindle. This is, I think, a Kindle 2nd gen. It's old as fuck, and I don't even think it works with Amazon anymore, but if you use, it's a program called Caliber, you can sync whatever fucking ebooks you want to it, which is great. And so sometimes I'll get ebooks that have been acquired through various debatably legal means, I promise. And then also I've been reading Savannah's novel, because she wrote a novel, and it's about it's about this rabbit who is also a gigantic narcissist, and he's been tasked with leading a blind woman across the world. And basically every page he takes an L. It's pretty funny. That book is not out yet. No worries. We're still in the process of editing it. Nia says not much. Last week I wasn't in all that great of a mood, but it's been improving. That's good. That's good. I've been there, but thankfully for a couple weeks now I've been on the bunny end of the scale, as opposed to the hair end of the scale. Spent too much time on the hair end of the scale. Not really appealing. Spring weather definitely helps. Spring weather is a very big positive. All right, let's continue. Set the aspect ratio back. Sadly, I can't set subtitles, which is something that I really prefer to have, is subtitles. There are other languages. We can play in French, German, Spanish, and Italian, even though it's an American copy. Normally we don't get that variety of languages. There's no spring weather here, sadly. We are getting another week of rain. Wow, French playthrough. Yeah, Savannah had played through Rayman 2, and I was like, hey, you're learning French. For shits and giggles, play through it in French, and then it became even less comprehensible than it normally is. It was a good time. Sadly, it is partially lost because Twitch doesn't save your VODs, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Alright, so time to head down into the village. It's just such a lovely looking game. We got it's like, what is this, a fish house? Can we go in the fish house? We can. Rayman doesn't make sense in any language. So true, so true. Sadly, we can, but there's box. And I gotta find a way to break the box. And these eggs. These eggs are reminding me of another game, and I don't remember which. I don't remember which game this reminds me of, these eggs. But there were eggs in another game that were shiny exactly like that, and they were very, very good to collect. But I don't remember. The bouncing boxes have mad Crash Bandicoot energy. See, like I said, I never got into Crash. Maybe it's just the kind of thing where I need time. That doesn't seem safe to me, by the way. Can I? Yeah, I can. This doesn't seem safe to me. I don't know why. I'm not a building inspector. There seems to be something horrifically wrong here, but I can't put my finger on it. Anyway, Crash, I'm sure at some point will click with me, but I've just never liked the perspective of it, like, being like the camera is locked to a track and like it's 3D but it's not. It just never felt comfortable to me. I don't know. If it was fully 2D, I would be more on board. If it was fully 3D, I'd be more on board. I love the shit out of Spyro. But yeah. I was listening to an album ambient before this stream, and suddenly high-pitched noises started playing. Interesting choice, made my head hurt a little. You know, I do like a little bit of ambient, but then at the same time, I'm always like, I can't describe what makes ambient good or bad. Like, if I'm perfectly honest. Sentinel Beach! Yay! Anyway, here's some Dark Eco. Not Dark Eco, Blue Eco. Head, not heart. An ambient album, not album ambient. No worries, I understood what you meant. On the PS1, I only played 3, got hooked on it after I saw a friend play it. Maybe the later games are better. I remember, this is the weirdest box
boxes don't look that tough. I'll bet they'll break if you jump dive onto them.
Well, I mean, you're a little bit slow on that one, Daxter. Thank you for the help. Oh dear, it's a crab. Doink. That's pretty fun. Just a completely random aside, right? So, I was mousing around on YouTube last night, and YouTube goes, hey, you're a fruit, right? You like some of that relaxing shit too, don't you? Well, how about, I swear to God, this is fucking real. Cat Icarus has a sleep channel. Like, as in, it's bizarre. It's the weirdest shit. Sorry, what the fuck was I saying? Yeah. So, I guess people find his channel relaxing, like to listen to, which I don't understand. He doesn't really have a relaxing voice, and his thing is comedy. But he has like a channel where he's cut out the most animated parts of the videos, scrambled them up into like, just kind of random order, and then put together like 2 hours of PS1 games to sleep to. And it's just like normal caddy videos, but like, again, with all the animated bits cut out. And I'm just like, what? Who asked for this? And then I see that they have like almost 1 million views. I'm like, I guess people asked for this. So that's what I am reminded of. How was I reminded of this? Sorry, I might have had a little too much caffeine. Let me take another drink. Sorry, now I'm staring at the chat. Like, how the fuck did I get reminded of Caddy? I'm gonna watch this VOD later and be like, man, I have holes in my brain. I'm talking about, like, how Crash never worked for me, right?
It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
I don't remember. Damn it. This sucks. But yeah, no, Crash never, oh, duh. So yeah, I was watching a little bit of this. I'm sorry. Now I remember why I remembered that. I was watching a little bit of this just to see what the fuck it was. And it was this 2 hours of PS2 games reviewed by a Caddy compilation. And he had said that the first Crash is like the first Tony Hawk, or rather that the first Tony Hawk is like the first Crash game, which is where it's a classic, but it's really hard to go back to. I sort of agree. I think Tony Hawk 1 is still pretty fun, even though I like 2 and 3 and really need to play 4. But I was thinking maybe that's why I wasn't into Crash all that much, because it's just one of those things where like the later games in the series just made such necessary improvements, and I've only ever played the first one. Right. Well, here's the thing too. If you look at his channel description, the channel description for that channel, he goes, I don't understand why this is a thing either, but it's a thing. So like, here you go.
What a weird looking thing. I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Well, let's see if you're right. Hey! Oh, that's satisfying. That's neat. They're like, hey, you know what's satisfying? Collecting lots of shit.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier.
Oh, it's time for the village collecting game, just like in Okami. Fire Canyon. Exciting. You know we haven't hit a load screen just yet? That's pretty neat. And it's just like this perfectly seamless world.
You don't have enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. You can't cross Fire Canyon until you collect enough power cells.
Okay. I guess that solves that problem. Collectathons are like crack. That was the thing that was so satisfying about even just the first Spyro is like they're like, okay, what's really satisfying is collecting a bunch of shit. You need the fire tablet across the lava like Okami. By the way, Captain Claw stream when? I've never heard of Captain Claw. Anyway, here's a goat. Whatever the fuck that is, you can punch it, which is funny. And he doesn't care either. There's no load screens in this game. Jak trips if the game needs to load an area that only comes up in speedrun stuff. That's crazy that they programmed in a way to slow it down. That's funny. Like, to intentionally be like, oh, by the way, we need to load something. How do we mask this? Let's just have him slip. That's awesome. That is some attention to fucking detail there.
Just sitting on the rocks over there.
Oh, I can do a spin kick. Doink. So what the fuck am I supposed to do to these guys? Get them back in the pen? Where's the pen? I think that's what I'm actually supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to whack them until they get back in the pen. There's the one. Oh, God. You know what else had a village collecting fucking minigame? Neopets the Darkest Fairy. You guys remember when I tried to play that one? Bitch, get in there. It's like the Cowluck minigame in Spyro 2. Everything has a gather up all the stuff in the village minigame. I loved Captain Claw as a kid, but that game is brutally hard. It's what happens when you have Monolith making a platformer. I'm trying to remember what... I know I've played No One Lives Forever, but have I played any other Monolith games? I'm trying to remember what else they made. I love it. You just kick the shit out of these guys. And that's it. Okay, there's two more to get. Blood. That's the other one. And Fear. Fear is the other one I was thinking of. Yes. Get in there. I guess you don't actually need to kick them. You just corral them, right? But, I mean, they don't care. It's probably more likely to break Jak's leg than break the animal. There we go. First try.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Neopets, I remember that stream. Came up in a video I was watching a few days ago, too. I liked the Darkest Fairy up to a point.
My boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
And it was like, I don't know. It was fun up to a point, and then I got stuck because the game was broken because it's a Neopets game. And Neopets games are never fully fucking playable. And I just got frustrated, said fuck it, and went to play GTA 3 instead. So that was the end of that. You can find the VODs on my channel. I have the save still, so theoretically I could just start it up again. I assume that would be... I would probably be best off, like, just starting over. But, then I would be replaying a decent amount of the game, because I think I got, like, 4 or 5 streams in. So, I would not like to replay that if I could help it. And plus, it's not like I don't remember what happens in it. Tor becomes a knight, and then Roberta navigated like a weird fucking, like cloud. It was like a cloud hedge maze, I think, something like that. Anyway, there's a box up here. That's neat. I do see that there's a blue thing, so... I don't like this kind of camera where you can only pull it in and out. You can't actually look up or down. What? Alright, hold on. Let me take notice of what the shoulder buttons do. Crouch. Yo! Oh, cool. Check that out. You can crouch jump. Wow. That's nice. That's cool, actually. And then... that pull L2 does that, R2 does that, and then R1. Okay, so 1 buttons crouch, 2 buttons HUD. Noted. So do I? Maybe I have to do that. Maybe I have to do the crouch jump to get past that. Let's try that. Let's try that, chat. Nope. No word. Can spin in air to get little extra air time. I keep falling. Alright, let me try that. Let me give that a shot. Hey! That's very, very useful. Thank you. I would never known that.
Enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already. This must be a precursor oracle like the sage always goes on about. I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
That's freaky.
Who awakens the oracle?
Oh dear.
Wait. One of you has the light within.
One of you. Fuck you, Daxter.
I watched and waited for the true hero to return.
This sounds like Triss doing that Satan voice.
20 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Ooh, nice, nice. She's gotten 3 minutes of animation done. Congratulations, Kebby. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to be exact. Sounds like the bad guy from Inspector Gadget. Like, I distinctly remember a conversation where Triss and Tao were both doing these deep, weird voices. And, that's exactly what the Oracle sounds like. Playing around with my phone. How dare I? I think I've done this already, but let me just make sure. That double jump is seriously gonna fuck me up. I do like that it's a little... It's sort of like the, well, I guess we've just found an example of the game having to load some shit. But it's kind of like how in Spyro you have the hub worlds that you can actually do like normal game stuff in. That's kind of what this reminds me of, which is cute. You have people's houses too. You can just go in, talk to them.
Hey, little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. With her around, I see beauty in everything, you know?
We found the village furry. You could tell by the dye job.
I think she ran away to that misty island. Oh, I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
We might. We might.
there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I wish to set off.
Sorry, I'm at Udon Place right now. That's all good, DCB.
Short on the old Precursor.
Get that Gucci breakfast or whatever the fuck you're doing.
My word that I had 90 of them. But I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably...
Is that Churchill?
Might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun.
I don't know, but he's got a weird-ass accent that's not native. It doesn't sound
90
like...
Precursor orbs, so he can get underway. I would offer you a power cell.
Why is this one British? What's wrong with you? 90 orbs for power cell. I mean, how many orbs do I have?
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, good, jolly good. You have
Can I skip this?
Precursor orbs that we agreed on.
Can I skip this?
I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Yes. Alright, that is a very good video, by the way. You can't skip Uncle. Sad. It's so sad. That's a very good video, by the way, that Savannah has sent. Oh, there's some woofer shit. Do you hear that in the soundtrack? Have we been in here? Have we talked to this guy?
Oh my!
Oh, it's a girl.
What a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainfree. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Now it's Grandma. I don't know. All these people are weird. Kind of reminds me, it's not exact, but it kind of reminds me how everybody in Tak and the Power of Juju kind of looks weird. But like, not intentionally ugly, just weird, basically. We've already been in there. Oh, this camera is not doing so hot, chat.
No, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village.
You can tell these guys are a different species, whereas Tak, I think they were just supposed to be people. That's fair. That's a very fair way to look at it. Tak is just hideous people. Oh my god, his house is way taller than I thought it was. Also, alright, I was joking earlier about the fire, but he's also got pillows around the fire. Is this man trying to burn the village down?
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam...
Like, just one stray spark is all it needs.
Oh, and another thing... If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to...
Oh, this guy must be the mayor. Or something. I don't know. He's YOLOing.
90 Precursor orbs.
Okay. Oh man, that flame effect though, that's pretty hot. Get it? Because it's flame? Oh, we were up there. Yeah, I mean, I'm just exploring, to be honest. I'm just having to explore because I'm not exactly sure where I'm actually supposed to go as far as the story goes. Was I supposed to go in that jungle place?
Bringing the cops for the gym again.
Wasn't it dark? I was just thinking that, like, in the back of my mind. I'm like, wait, wasn't it like sunrise? It's like daytime now. A day-night cycle. Wow. Man, they were really burning the candle at both ends for this shit. Oh, there's some eggs. Yay! We got all the eggs! It's so exciting. I'm sure they have an official name, and I'm just calling them eggs because I'm uncultured and swine. Oh, I just remembered. There was some concept art for a PS3 Jak and Daxter reboot, and it looked dreadful. I love it. I mean, listen, you saw what they did to Ratchet and Clank, is all I'm saying. Oh my god, it's a snake. It's almost like we're in the jungle or something. Tentacles. You know what happens when tentacles are around, chat. It was like realistic cyberpunk? Bro! Maybe that makes more sense with some of the later games in the series, but like, imagine looking at this and going like, this needs to be cyberpunk. Is that it? Is that all you can do is just punch the tentacle? Oh god. Oh, it's a guy! Two is kind of cyberpunk. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. For like the later ones, I know that they have like...
Do me a favor and keep away from those dark eco boxes.
Is that what that is? I don't know. I know that they had like the what was it, like Jak Combat Racing? That was kind of like where they had, it was like a little more like techy, city-y. I should send you the concept art. It's insane. Do it. I'd even show it off on fucking stream because I think we all need to appreciate this. I do see that there's some eggs down there. I was just up there. Daxter designs were between realistic animal and rocket raccoon. Who designed this? Who thought this was a good idea? If anything, they should have gone more tuned. But I say that about everything. I'm like, everything, I could do a little more cartoon and a little more animal. But that's just... Alright. It's a let it link, but that's what I could find. I don't mind. I don't care. It's all good. Music's getting kind of weird. Oh, YouTube ate it. Just, do you have me added on... I think I have Steam open. You can send it to me on Steam. One of these days, I'll get back to actually playing games on Steam. The only thing I ever play right now is, like, occasionally a little bit of Half-Life 2 Deathmatch and maybe Peggle. Right now I'm in my console game arc. Once I upgrade my PC, I'll be playing Steam stuff a little more. Hey, look, it's one of the blue eco vents. It's exciting. Oh my god. Really is magic. Look at that shit. I am playing Skyrim again once I'm done with my work. That is very, very okay with me. Skyrim is good. Half-Life 2 Deathmatch stream when? I think I did stream it at one point. I'd be very okay with streaming it again. Because it's good. It's good. It's a good ass game. Whoa! What the fuck? Oh. Well, there you go. See you later.
Better you than me.
Wow. Alright, some friend you are, asshole. Yes! Grenade plus gravity gun. The immortal combination that wins matches. Not that I win matches. I play with bots. Damn, that's cold. See? It's fucking ice. It's terrible. Some friend you are, Daxter. These fucking snakes, dude. These fucking snakes on this fucking plane. Why are there spike pits? Why are there just spike pits and like swingy things in the jungle? Like, I know why for a gameplay reason, but like, what is the story reason? I've been watching this guy on YouTube lately, actually. His name's Pretzel, and he likes to explore games and sort of look at them more from like the angle of like sort of what they inspire like emotionally in you, and then also like just how they make sense, like in terms of you know how they work like logistically. It's interesting. It's very interesting stuff. And he's always like, what's the purpose of this building? I'd like to imagine the people of this world in their little jungle as they set up tiny, just little ankle-deep spike traps just for shits and giggles. Sent you the pictures. Thanks, Moon. Don't break the dark eco box. Okay, apparently even running into it does that. Noted, noted. Don't even touch them. But yeah, shout out to Pretzel. He makes good stuff. He's one of them bubbling under channels that gets like, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 views a video. So get in before he gets big and starts to suck. Spatial logic is something I take very, very seriously in world design. It was something that I was thinking of when I made the Desolate Depot, that Quake deathmatch map that I made last year. I was like thinking about how like, how do I make this feel less like a game level and more like a place? And I always like that when you have like, you see this a lot in Portal, where they'll have paneling, which is the actual end of the game world. But then they'll have it open, you just can't navigate through it, and it makes it look way bigger. Like, it makes it feel bigger as a space. So I would have doors that, like, you could see over into, like, the next room, or, like, walkways overhead. Just things to make it feel more like a space. Now, I'm not a level designer, so, you know, that only goes so far, but I like it when it feels more like it's a place, and you're sort of, like, in one area of it, as opposed to, like, you know, it's a game world. I don't know. I find that neat. What the hell? Does it feel like the level's getting dark? Yeah, just adding closed doors. Exactly. That's the thing, is that I would just... It doesn't have to incur, like, a serious performance penalty. It's just, like, a locked door, and you're like, ooh, that must be, like, another part of the base, you know? I don't know. Just stuff like that adds a lot. It just feels more real. It's neat. Yeah, day-night cycle. That's still a weird thing. Motherfucker. It's still weird to think about. It's like, oh, this is day-night cycle. You know? Oh, the levels can get dark. It's not something I'm used to. But that's absolutely something... Okay.
That looks like it hurts. Should I call for backup?
Alright, well, I'm doing great. Shit. There we go. This is the part of the level we haven't been through. I keep forgetting that I have my spin attack as well, not just the punch. I should probably use the spin more. That worked out great. Daxter has his priorities in order. Best friend dies. Better sass him up. Better just like, you know, make a... This is a good time for a Marvel quip. I don't know about you.
Let's get up on that machine and break the mirror.
You can get up on that machine, asshole. I'm tired of dying. I feel like he was much less sassy before he became a furry. He realized, he's like, now that I am a Marvel character, I guess, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Before, he was just like a weird-looking, like, buck-toothed elf. Anyway, I'm on top of the machine. Probably shouldn't touch the blue laser of death. Maybe a bad idea. Or maybe I should. Maybe this is like one of them blue eco machines. I'll get a poll going. Actually, I won't, because that's effort. He's got nothing left of his old life, nothing left to live for. Do I touch it, chat? Just say yes or no. Do I touch this? That might be what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool! Neat! It's an ice cream laser. I mean, it does look icy. You know, it's weird that red flames are actually relatively cool as far as flames go, and blue and white flames are way hotter. That's not something that, like, your brain thinks about, right? Am I supposed to do something with this? I guess not. Where do I go? Where do I go? If that's one thing that I'm not really in love with as far as this game is concerned is it doesn't. I don't ever feel like I know specifically where I'm supposed to go. Like, I just kind of bumblefucked around the village until I stumbled into a level. Maybe that's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to, like, the way that Spyro works. I know that this is not Spyro. It's not made by Insomniac. But, you know, it's hard not to be in love with Spyro. Oh, it's to open that door. Yeah. That's right. That's right. You're correct. It is to open that door. I did see that. I'm gonna die again. At least, are there lives? Doesn't seem to be lives. So I guess I can just die an infinite amount of times. Thank you, Naughty Dog. You knew exactly what I was here for. Which was to die a lot. Alright, let's not go over here. How did I get over there? Maybe I stumbled into it from the other side of the level? Part of the fun of seeing Crash was all the funny death animations. You're right. We should not look a gift horse in the mouth. We have a Marvel character on our shoulders, and we should listen to what he has to say. Because there's a chance that it's amusing. Okay, yeah, no, I definitely stumbled into the other half of the level accidentally. This is, I don't know. I'm not wowed just yet, but it is definitely nice. I can't wait to hear what Daxter says next when Jack dies. That's great, by the way. Just imagine there's a bunch of people watching you, and it's like, I want to see what the funny guy says when you die. Oh, it was a little fishy. A little fishy. He's trying to bite your toes. It sucks. It's kind of funny, because normally in games, shallow water means it's, like, safe. Not in this game. Not in this game. Okay. Anyway. Now I will actually pay attention. There we go. Let's open this door. Yeah, okay, that that took me long enough. I look away and he's pelvic thrusting at the camera. Alright, that's finished. My drink is finished. You know, it says on the can, this, by the way, was not actually Monster. This is a Ghost Energy. One of the last things that I bought, these games are getting really obscene. One of the last things I bought at my job, because we're the distributor for these, and when you know it, never seen them around town, wonder why. But they say, Legendary Energy, Epic Focus. I don't know about you, but I can't focus on fucking shit right now. So I think they've failed, but it tastes good, so it's all good. Bloxy Cola drinking noise. You know it, babe. That might be affecting my first impressions of Jak and Daxter. Year of the Dragon. Stimulants. Alright. Caffeine does not make you focus, it makes you panic. See, the thing is I'm not panicking, but I am really hot right now. Interesting. So, like, I can panic for you. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. See, this is what friends are for, looking out for me. And then when you're panicking, you're like, I need to focus or I will die. And that counts as focus. 2,000 fucking eggs. Better get egg collecting. Yeah. See, this is one thing, by the way, that's like interesting to me, is that these early 3D games always had like weird menu layouts where they're like, oh, you know, instead of doing the things that you would expect from a menu, which is to mouse around, X to select things, this one's like, oh, you want to see different things? You got to hit all the face buttons. You know, you can see all of your what were these called? Scout flies. You can see all of them if you hit triangle. X is to see all your eggs. Not a fan. That's fucked up. Right? It's not this. It's wrong. It's incorrect. It's like calling it the cross button. It's incorrect. It was a more experimental era before the conventions were truly laid down. What's wild to me is that this was only 2001. So, this was one of the first PS2 games to, first off, come out on DVD-ROM. You know, because the really early games all came out on CD-ROM. But then not only that, like by 2002, 2003, like everything felt pretty nailed down. I know that, for example, what this menu makes me think of with all of the objectives and if you've completed them or not, makes me think of Battle for Bikini Bottom. That one has a pretty normal menu, you know? So, like, it wasn't long until this would become standardized. So, I don't know, interesting in that regard.
Break the mirror, Jak!
Whee. Alright, let's go back down. The eco thing is pretty fun. This is how I feel right now. I got blue eco running through me, guys. That's one thing also to miss when you're playing on emulator is that not every controller has a rumble motor. So as a result, when you're playing it on an actual PS2 and you feel the slight rumble and the way that the game developers would like, he told you to punch the mirror. Okay, well, I missed that. But the way that the rumble would be slightly different and they would experiment with it, like if you play frequency and amplitude, it will rumble the controller to the beat of the music. Which is like something that I didn't know until like 2 or 3 years into playing amplitude, you know? And in this game, when you've got the blue eco going on, you feel this very slight rumble, like you've got blue eco running through you, which is kind of neat. Alright. Sorry, I am going to go back and I'm going to break the mirror. See, if I hop down, it kills me, right? So I'm gonna not do that. Naughty Dog, back when they made games and not Human Misery Simulator. Sorry. I gotta talk about The Last of Us really quick, right? So, I've never played the games. Yeah, you're going fast and your controller's slightly vibrating, you know, it's good. Anyway, I've never played the games. But, last time I was physically visiting my older sister, she's like, you gotta watch The Last of Us show, right? So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm already here and got a couple hours to kill. So I caught 2 episodes of it, and I've never seen a show. First off, it was good. Second, it was viscerally, like, disgusting. Because if you don't know anything about The Last of Us, Riri, caffeine is great. Everyone should do it. Listen to him. He's got good ideas. He's going places. Anyway, if you don't know anything about The Last of Us, the whole concept is that there is this... It's not a virus turning people into zombies. It's a mushroom. It's a fungus. And it's the collapse of the world. And at least in the show, there was... I think it was this little girl, and she's a little shit. But she has a... it's like a blood... resistance. Resistance is the word I was looking for. To this fungus. And they have to get her to a place where they can, you know, she can be studied by science. Oh, I can't stomach apocalypse stuff. It's so sad. Cammy's already good focusing ability made even better by caffeine. Listen, we're here for the ride at this point. We're almost an hour in, or almost an hour and a half in. You were here for the ride. If I don't get a whole lot done, we're already 7% the way through the game. This is not going to be a long game, so it's all good. The Last of Us, more like The First of Us, dabs. But yeah, so the show. So it starts out with this, it's like a, you know, normal family, normal suburban living. And slowly but surely, you know, things start to not seem right. And I distinctly remember this scene where it was like a grandma. And they're like, oh man, we're not hearing a whole lot from her, but nobody actually goes to check on her, and it's because she's already been like consumed by this fungus. And that was the first part where I'm like, okay, I'm watching, and then you know, everything starts going bug fuck, and the military is like taking over and cordoning off areas and shit like that, and they're trying to escape, and then it flashes forwards. And this is the part that I will remember the most, and it's the part that made me go, I don't think I ever want to see the show again, to be honest. It's like this, I think it's a little boy. He's like this little boy, and he's from the outside, you know, because obviously they've cordoned things off because they don't want to get everybody infected with the mushroom, right? And he's like standing at the gates of this like walled-in community, and they take him in, and I don't know if he was standing. I seem to recall he was like strapped into a wheelchair at some point as well. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was, I don't remember. But anyway, they're telling him, they're like, you know, we're gonna make you better. We're gonna make you better. Cut to a fucking pile of bodies about to be burned. And I was like, okay, I'm watching. So yeah, that was my moment where I'm like, I don't think this is the show for me, to be perfectly honest. And if the show is anything like, if the game is anything like the show, then I will solidly fucking pass. Because that's the other thing also, is there were some decent scenes as well. And it was well written, don't get me wrong. There were some decent scenes as well. I remember there was one, it was like this gunfight in like, it was like an abandoned like hotel or something like that. And, I think it was like they were trying to get the girl. Because like I said, this girl has to be like taken to where the scientists can study her or whatever by this guy. Something like that. I don't even fucking remember. I don't even know. The opening of the show you described is 100% the game. Cool! Yay! Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I don't need to see that. I don't need to play it. I'm sure it's great, but that's another thing. I would like to normalize the concept of just because it's good does not mean it's necessary to play. To like, because you see that so often. You see people like, you gotta play this. You know, this is like one of the most important games, whatever the fuck ever made. And you see it with like, and don't get me wrong, sometimes it is stuff that I am interested in playing. Like Ocarina of Time is a great example. But if somebody has no interest in Ocarina, you know, even if I think of games that like I find really, really important, I would never be like, you need to play this, or else your understanding of gaming is going to be shitter as a result. You know, I don't know. I just don't find that appealing, because there's it's possible to be really, really good and also not for somebody, you know. And yeah, like Savannah says, same with reading stuff. Don't have to read important books if you just don't want to. The Last of Us 1 is good, but it's also one of the most overrated games to ever exist. Yeah, I mean, I've never found it interesting. I've never particularly found it interesting. I could think of plenty of retro games that I have no interest in ever really diving into. Tomb Raider is a good example. I know that Tomb Raider is considered a classic, but except for my book. My book is important, yeah. Definitely read Savannah's book when it comes out. It's pretty good, and you get to see a little raccoon child be snotty and smearing ink all over everything, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, like Tomb Raider. You know, Tomb Raider, everybody says, oh, Tomb Raider is really, really fucking good. You know, it's a classic. And then, like, it's also really, really difficult. And then also, it's just, like, it's tank control city. And, like, I can appreciate the important things it did for gaming, but, like, does that really, like, appeal to me, that it's, like, molasses fucking slow, and it's not really that nice to look at? Like, I'm like, okay, it's great, you know, you're exploring all this stuff, whatever. It's not that great to look at. Like, you know, people always like to joke about Lara Croft's tits, but, like, she really is, like, 6 polygons. Like, not even thinking about her rack. Just her. She is just, like, I know it's the PS1, but I've seen good-looking PS1 games. Tomb Raider is not that. So, yeah. Unless you play this shitpost Doomwad from 1998, you will never understand gaming. Greatly abused by caffeinated gaming. Sorry, I'm having a good ass time. Most of the polygons are boobs. No, her rack is quite literally like fucking 4 polygons. Like, it's not even that they're particularly rounded. They're just like a what's that shape called? It's not a triangle. Triangular prism. That was the word I was thinking of. There's great. There are 2 sharp wedges. There you go. There's great games that you might not be interested in just because it doesn't appear to be something you enjoy. I played Tomb Raider 2 on PC when I was little. I don't think I could beat it. Is my dinner ready? I started making at 4 p.m. That's a 3.5 hour cooking session. That's crazy. Are you making like a 6-course meal? Oh man. I'm so glad I had that, Ghost. I'm having a good time. I'm having a really good time. The second game adds like 12 more polygons to the boobs. I'm not... See, the thing is, I've never looked at a girl in a game and gone, wow, this makes my pee-pee happy, because I'm here to play the game. I don't know if that makes me like a freak. I'm just saying. It's just like this thing that's always like been like an in-joke, like a running joke. It's like, oh, dudes, you know, they play Dead or Alive because it's like these scantily clad women. I'm like, okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm just one of them weirdos who's like only into real women and not, you know, polygon meshes. But yeah, no, Savannah, why do your meals take so long? What's going on with that? What's the story about that? To be fair, one of the Dead or Alive games is called Beach Volleyball. Yep, that's true. I mean, they really did know what they were doing. They really did. Were like, hey, I know the perfect audience for this anime titty game, right? And it's called all of the people who play video games in 2006 or so. I don't know. I was too busy playing Guitar Hero to know this. Now that's a game. That's the exception. If you don't play Guitar Hero, then you are you're a rube, as they say. You look like a rube. My patience with food is very low, but for being healthy and cheaper, it's worth it. I'm one of those. Listen, I have such a hard time timing the completion of certain parts of a meal together that what I will do is I will make the main course, finish it, and then go back for sides. Like, then I will make the vegetable. I get that it's not how normal people eat. I also don't care. You know? That's just me, though. That's just me. I love playing older games, and it's like, these are the female characters. Love interest and big boob, maybe big boob evil, but what about love interest big boob evil? Where's the representation? I'm sorry, I will break the window now, I promise. Just chat, just out of sheer curiosity. The window is that thing on the ground, right? That thing right there, this is the window. I don't know if it's this window. Yeah, like, you don't have to eat it all at once. Technically, eating the ingredients on their own is the same, but yeah, you won't be eating a deconstructed sandwich one by one. I do. I occasionally do that. Sometimes I don't want the bread, and I'll just eat the salami and then the cheese and then everything. Like, I'll eat the fucking ingredients of the sandwich while I'm making the sandwich. I don't give a shit. Alright? Salami, like a piece of salami is just good. Alright? No, the mirror the laser is reflected in. Alright? Oh! Ooh. Holy shit.
Those tower doohickeys scattered all over the jungle must redirect the eco beam. Let's go fiddle with them.
Let's go fiddle with them. Sure. Tragic moment. Posted joke is Cammy starts rambling about something so he doesn't see it. I did see it. I did see the Carmelita thing. I just did not reply to it. Yeah, do you guys remember that part in Sly 3 where the developer team just started masturbating furiously, like, live on camera? And then we had to play it? It was good. That was a good game. Sly 3, that was a good game. If I had a white monster to crack open, maybe it's best that I don't have more energy drinks. But if I did, I would crack it open and go. That's a good game. That was a good game. It's the part where you have to climb the giant Carmelita. Yeah, no, quite literally. They're just giantess Carmelita, just because. And you had to, like, use your cane and fling yourself up to, like, her rack from her boots. It was pretty crazy. What's bro drinking, by the way? Thomas was very cross-button. It's the X button. You fucking Philistine. I'm drinking Ghost. I'm drinking a Ghost cherry limeade energy drink, and it's, to be honest, this and the mango flavor are probably the best Ghosts. If you find these, I mean, I can't co-sign on them energy drinks, but if you do find Ghost, the cherry limeade's probably the best one, followed by the mango. It is big yummy. So what the fuck was I supposed to do? I was supposed to go fiddle with some things? It's no energy drink, but Dr. Pepper is king. Go inside the big building. See, Moon, I'm very glad that I have you to remind me of what the fuck I'm actually supposed to be doing, because I'm so distracted. That's not Is it the one with the multiple levels? The other door. I think if I go too little, it's just stressful. I go for the golden zone. I go for the golden zone. The golden zone. Oh man, I'm not gonna make that joke. This stream is an unmitigated disaster. Oh, you mean like across the way, like with the big building. Okay, hold on. Oh, shit. Hey! Wow, I haven't been down here before. Ooh, exciting, exciting, exciting. Fuck you, these are my eggs. Kevy, you might have a high tolerance for alcohol, but you're sensitive to caffeine. I'm sensitive to both. I'm having a good ass time. I don't know about you. I'm having a great time. Again, the only problem is I'm really fucking hot right now. I should probably open my window back up, but then you guys will get treated to the dulcet tones of trucks going 80 miles an hour on the highway, and it's a little distracting. You know what? I think I'm just gonna have a little. I'm gonna have a little explore. Exploring is fun. See if I'm just quick enough. I think I can break that other box. Yeah. Okay. Exploring all over, cause exploring is fun. Touch the box. See, the thing is, right, I'm sure that if this was like 4 or 5 years ago, I would have been so embarrassed. I'm like, no, what if you guys think I suck at video games? But like, sometimes it's fun to just fuck around, if I'm honest. You know, like I could be making progress, but you know, I'm sure we'll make more progress. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I want to like make this into a series, because I don't know. Maybe it'll hook me, but at the moment, I do feel like I'll probably get lost a whole bunch. Like even outside of my caffeine. We can't all be pro gamers. Excuse you, I am close to the top 4,000 on retro achievements. I'm gonna be in the top 4,000 in like less than 100 spots. That's right. That means that I am one of the top 4,000 gamers in the world. It's true. It's math. It's math. I mean, it's a collectathon. Top in retro achievements. Top in trying too hard. Get stuck for an hour in a 5-minute area. It's true. Listen, I have arcade brain. Alright? I'm good if you give me one screen and I can go pew 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 really, really fast. And then you give me a big ass area and I'm like, This is why I have not streamed Okami yet. I should, though. Arcade brain is a serious disorder. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Sorry, now I'm highly amused at the idea of getting stuck in a 5-minute area for an hour. That's funny. That's really good. For me, it would be my perfectionism, like having to explore absolutely every nook and cranny. I would if this was like one of my childhood games. I would be clearing this out, but you know. I just like to imagine that somebody would click on this, like thinking like, oh, somebody's playing Jak and Daxter. I love that game, and then they just watch me go in circles for an hour, and they're like edged so fucking hard, like they have purple balls right now, and they're just like, you motherfucker, what are you doing? Like, I just imagine that. To whoever's watching the VOD, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. No, I'm not. Great. It's very, very good. Thank you. I'm glad that I could amuse. YouTube CBT. Oh god. Ooh. This is neat. This is neat. Ooh, chat, something we haven't seen yet. Whoops, I don't have Blue Eco. Never mind. I think I have enough time to do that. Do I? The camera is tricky in this game. Ooh, here we go. Ooh. I do like the metallic copper texture on the Precursor orbs. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, they remind me of eggs in some other game, and I don't remember what. But I get these vibes from these eggs, and I don't remember what they are and why. Oh, I remember. I was up here briefly, and then I died. I remember now. Okay. Alright, we are moving on. We are moving on, I promise. Pull yourself up. Oh, you shit. What? I fell right on the trampoline. Did you see that? Sorry, did you see that? I fell on the trampoline, and it didn't kill me until I got off the trampoline. That's fucked up. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. The spike pits and bouncing traps are pure Crash level design. You know, it's almost like they, these guys maybe had some heavy inspiration from the Crash games. The stairs are not clipped, so you have to jump up them. I was just thinking that. I'm like, man, it kind of defeats the point of stairs if you can't walk up them, right? You don't go to, oh, I gotta go to the county courthouse and whatever the fuck you do at a courthouse. Time to jump up these stairs. They have played us for absolute fools. Anyway, here's an orb. Or a power cell. Yay! Yay! Yay, orb. That's totally an orb, right, guys? Ooh, this is different.
Yeah, so we got a Precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us!
Yeah, thank you, Daxter. I had no idea. That's not a orb, thankfully. Oh, motherfucker. Alright, chat. We're moving. We're actually progressing. We're doing it. Careful, there's a plant boss in that area. I was just thinking about you. I was like, man, that guy who's actually, like, knowledgeable about this game probably got fucking annoyed to the point of leaving because of me just running in circles for an hour. Glad to see you're still with us, though. Well, you know what they say, curiosity killed the cat. The Ottsel, I guess.
Wow, did you see that? Blue eco-vents have been activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco-vents as well.
You know, it'd be nice if I could see. Ooh. Careful, careful, careful. Oh, man. You missed the door to leave. I was trying to power up the launcher. Okay, I see. What? What the fuck was that? Wee. That's fun. That's pretty fun. Oh, jeez. Oh, good lord. Oh, there is indeed a plant boss. That's a boss, and he is a plant. Okay. Oh, and then you get on the bitch. And then... Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I just got eaten. That happened. Vor, I'm telling you, these games are the introduction to many, many fetishes. Bitch. And then what? I feel like I'm supposed to punch him, right? Okay, well I did. Alright, now this is going more like expected. So now there's 3 bugs. Oh boy. Punch him in the throat 3 times, he dies, and we get a power cell. This reminds me of the spider boss in Okami a little. I can see it. Oh wow, I actually got most of the thingies. Still working on the power beams. Is Mario 64 considered a collectathon? I would call it that. I mean, even if the coins aren't really what you're there for, I mean, yeah, because you got the coins, which are sort of like these green things, and then you've also got the stars, which are like the power cells. So yeah, I would consider it a collectathon. I mean, just because it's not Banjo-Kazooie levels of crazy doesn't mean it's not a collectathon.
The monsters that unbid me ship will drive me broke.
If somebody doesn't consider it a collectathon, they should consider not being incorrect. I just realized the pause screen showing you the orbs you collected is very similar to the pause screen showing you the stars you've collected. I see, again, I thought of it as like Battle for Bikini Bottom because, you know, that one has all of the spatulas and you can scroll back and forth. It's probably all taken from Mario 64, let's be honest. That's another game that I was like, maybe I should play it, but also I've never been particularly drawn to it. I know that there was Super Mario 64 DS, which looked interesting. Never played it. I just noticed each power cell tells you where to get it. Yeah. So, Scout flies, get to the top of the temple, but I think that, yeah, okay. Yep. See, I keep triangling to like, get out of the menu, but you have to hit the pause button to get out of the menu. Because they wanted to be experimental and quirky. That still trips me up. You can see the day-night cycle in the level, and that's ahead of its fucking time. It makes me think of how ahead of the time San Andreas was. They were actually apparently planning to let you buy furniture in San Andreas and like actually like stock your safe houses with them, which was wild. I'm still learning things about that game, by the way. I've spent probably 400 hours over various playthroughs in it. And that's just counting the ones that I could think of that I completed. And I was watching a video recently of like 20 minutes of useless San Andreas information. And the first one was like, by the way, you can tow the hot dog van, the hot dog cart. I'm like, I didn't know there was a hot dog cart. And I didn't know that you could tow vehicles. That's crazy. Thank you. Like, I get what his point was, but it was just funny to think that like, wow, there's actually information that you need to know to make this make sense that I didn't know. Man, I love fucking San Andreas. I should play that again, man. San Andreas, that was a good-ass game. I should play the other GTA games. I enjoy them too, but San Andreas just like hits the fucking spot. It's great. Jerks. You know what I noticed? No tentacles. The tentacles are either they're dead or they're asleep because it's dark out. I remember my older brother spamming with the tank and flying. I love flying in San Andreas. It is so much fun to take off and just cruise. Just cruise over this gigantic map listening to the radio stations. That shit is supremely satisfying. And it's nice, too, because you've unlocked everything in the game. You know, you've gone through all these missions. You got kicked out of Los Santos. You went through the gay town. San Fierro, that was it. And now you're in, you know, Las Venturas, and you're breaking into, like, all these, you know, government facilities. All this shit, right? And then your reward? Cruise. Your pilot's license, any airport you want to go to, just go there. There's a plane. Just go in the plane and just cruise. That's baller as fuck. Like, genuinely really fucking awesome. And it's funny because I remember people complaining about, like, that Zero mission, supply lines, where, like, you have the tiny ass plane. I never had trouble with it. I never had trouble with supply lines. Like, I can see why it's annoying. It's kind of annoying to aim the plane, but, like, just flying it feels pretty decent, you know? Yeah, no, I genuinely have no idea where the Eco Beams thing is. I'm yawning. Is this... Am I crashing from the caffeine, chat? I don't know. We are hitting the 2-hour mark. EBDB. I don't even know how you get out of the level. I am so disoriented. I don't even know how you get out of the level. Bastard. Cross both suspension bridges. Okay. Hold on one moment. Ugh, man. Okay. You are going the right way. Just proceed along the coast. Okay. I see the other bridge. That's probably why I missed this. I don't think I've gone through, across this bridge yet. Little detour. That's the place you entered this area from. Got it. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Now we're back in the village. Man, that trips me up that there's no, like, load areas. It's just kind of, like, one solid, like, thing. That's crazy. So bring 90 orbs to the bear. Oh, good lord. Oh, that literally is my uncle. How about it? 120 orbs to the oracle. Alright, noted. Let's do the mayor, just because that takes fewer of the orbs. Okay, neat. Oh. Wait, didn't he trip in this exact spot last time? This must be like a weird loading zone. Like a weird loading masking area. Looking for the house with the fire, right? Here it is.
So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. You? Yes. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
Slam dunk. I like that I can wander around in the fountain. It's refreshing. Political bribery. I prefer to call it generous contributions to socio-political causes.
Hey, baby, what you working on?
Be careful with that. I'm trying to figure out how to transport the Zoomer using the trans pads the Precursors left all over the world. If you come across one of these pads, I can lock onto your communicator's location and send you the Zoomer. Keep an eye out for a trans pad when you explore Misty Island, and wherever else you go.
This character's so anime. That's why Daxter is so into her, because he's a weeaboo. He's a weeaboo, and he's like, hey baby, you 2D? Zoomer go zoomies. Zoomer going zoomies. Cammy go zoomies, more like. Jeez. That's cool. I think I'm slowly getting my bearings with this. Slowly but surely, chat. Man, we are really only 2 hours. I was hoping we were like 2.5 hours so I could call the stream here, but I'm not. I don't really want to start something new just yet. Boxes! EBDB. Ooh, I do see more orbs. I haven't gone out this way. And they're still in Sentinel Beach, that's right. You did, but you fled after seeing a single crab.
Those all-metal boxes are thicker than a yak-owl skull. But there must be something that can bust them open. Step 1, stay alive. Step 2, think about not doing something like that again.
What? I didn't quite catch that. Would you like to speak a little bit slower? More caffeinated than I am. Asshole. I think you said stupid people say what? Is it very likely? That's a very Daxter thing to say.
All right, treasure.
Hey, look, a giant bird.
Hey, that pelican just snagged a power cell. Let's go kick some big bird butt.
I'm sorry, why is there explosives being launched at this teenage elf boy? This is one dangerous beach. I'm sorry, I'm still highly amused that you fled after seeing one crab. I don't think I intended to play out like that, but that's a very funny thing to say. Been thinking about One Piece again, too. You should watch more One Piece. It makes you happy.
All right, more orbs.
Hell yeah. More orbs. Plus, I mean... You'd think I'd be able to watch it while working, but no. You'd have to fight the urge to take screenshots. I don't mind you taking screenshots. Obviously, I know that that is less conductive to getting work done when you're constantly focused on showing the chat everything, but you know, you'll get there. And you'll make more. I want to call them shitpost AMVs, but as far as I know, that was accurate. That was completely accurate to One Piece. Unfortunately, Kemi never made that video public, even though it was really funny. She should. She should, because it's very, very good. Sorry, I'm scratching my face. I need to shave. Itchy. I've asked people who have full beards, I'm like, how do you deal with this? And they're like, at some point it stops being itchy. I'm like, I can't wait that long. I'm gonna fucking shave. I want it all on the top of my head and nowhere near my jaw, but you know, life has other plans. Ooh, a green vent. Neat. That was a completely serious character study of Sanji. I believe you. I believe you. I have no reason not to. It's just it's a never-ending cycle, Moon. It's a never-ending cycle of having to shave, and then it comes back. I am so tired of peeing. Am I near the egg yet?
It doesn't look safe up there. Oh, my. Careful. Easy does it. Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
Hey, that's okay. I didn't even expect to find that egg. To be honest, it shows you how much I was paying attention.
And see if we scramble that flood egg.
Well, I mean, it was less that I wasn't paying attention, more that I couldn't understand it. That's why I was looking for subtitles earlier, because I'm like, man, I can't hear shit. And there were no subtitles because this game's ableist. That egg does not look safe. Babe, we're not in the business of safety. Yep, you're right, I did leave one of them. Hey! Power cell. Oh man, he's big and strong.
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
It's pretty funny. Yay, look, we're getting somewhere, chat. We're almost 15% in. How about it? Not bad for a caffeinated weirdo who can't focus on shit. Damn, the old guy's a jackass. That's too good.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
I'm doing my best. Hold on. Can I blow up these things with the, Yes, I can. Neat. Alright, well, let's try that. Ah, dude, I am so full of meatloaf. Come on. There we go. That's more like it. Boom. Egg time. I definitely missed the old lady. I thought I was doing better. Sorry, chat. I'll do better next time. Gotta take a meat nap. Speaking of things that I wouldn't admit to, it's the elevator you just passed. This is not an elevator, but it is funny. The one near the bombs. Okay. If Moon says it's probably true. The whole shore just looks nice. Reminded trying to help DCB around the map in Okami. My navigation skills were never that good. This whole shore does look nice. I'm telling you, like I said, this whole game, I waited until it was like properly nice to stream this. Just because, like, this is it's such a nice looking game, you know. And it's such a warm. I do not have object permanence. Me neither. One of the things that... Oh, there she is. I see.
Oh, my. I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
And then the bird eats the power cell.
Oh, no!
Or Daxter.
No! Look. Isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Oh.
I'm not your mom. You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Oh my god, now the bombs are up here. Daxter abandons the baby. Man. It's a problem with many dads nowadays. They tend not to stick around. It's a real problem. Someone should fix that. Preferably the dads. So what else we still gotta do? Get the power cell from the Pelican. Explore the beach. Scout flies. Neat. Sorry, I'm looking for a safe way to get down. I know there was that, elevator. But yeah, I don't know what you call this, like, very idyllic kind of aesthetic, but I really do like it. I see it sometimes in games, and I love it. Ghibli Hills is what people on TV tropes call it. Unfortunately, people on TV tropes is an oxymoron. I want to recreate the shore and cliffs in Minecraft. That's not a bad idea. Ooh, got some fucking pyramid shit going on here. Or like Aztec architecture. Nope. I do see the Ghibli thing though, especially with the windmills. That checks out. Hey, it's power cell. That was easy. Oh, Daxter, you crazy bitch. Daxter is just so quirky.
Hey, seagulls! Let's buzz them for kicks.
That's just a fly. Very, very close to having another 120 precursor words. What? What did he say? What the fuck? I'm telling you, regardless of how much caffeine I drink, Daxter still had more. Whee! Oh my good lord. This is another part that reminds me of something SpongeBob, because SpongeBob had the big springboards. Hey, Pelican.
Ooh, let's use the cannon to blow things up.
Okay. Thank you. Press circle to use. Okay.
Get some! Get some!
This is crazy. Oh, I see. So I did the boxes in the way that they didn't intend by having the cannon automatically target them. This is probably how you were actually supposed to blow up the boxes on the beach, by firing the thingies at them. It's neat. That's neat. Try hitting the pelican with it. I didn't even see the pelican. Hold on. Am I blind? He's behind the blue vent. Oh, that's how you get power. Did I get him? I see the power cell now. Alright, neat. You blew him up. Okay, excellent. I didn't even realize that you could charge up the shot to make it go further. Nice. Now, is there a safe way to get down from here? Because I don't know if you noticed, we're pretty high up. Yeah, fuck it, there's water. Behind the cannon. Too late. I did it the fun way. Behind the cannon, maybe it does something. Maybe I have to go back to the cannon now. Let me get the precursor eggs first. Hold on. The orbs, whatever they are. There's the 120. Make it, make it, make it, make the shot. Fuck yeah. Alright, I'll go back to the cannon in just a moment. Precursor orbs. There you go. It's nice. I know this is not a hard game, but I was not making progress, and it kind of sort of sucked. Now I'm making some progress, and it's good. It's good. We're making some headroom, chat. Anyway, here's a bunch of eggs. I think I saw some orbs behind the nearest pyramid. Yup. You'd be right. I didn't even know that you could go under here. How about it? It's tricky. Tricky stuff. Alright. Let me go back up to the cannon real quick. And then we're going to trade 120 eggs to the Oracle. And probably call it there for the day. I think that's plenty. I think that's plenty of Jak and Daxter for the moment. Now that Cammy is slowly growing brain cells, figuring this shit out with you, chat. So yeah, there was nothing behind the cannon. Orbs for Oracle, orbs for the Borbicle. Oh, that's cool. The lights have a glow at night. That's cool. That's some nice detailing right there, Naughty Dog. Fireflies, yeah. Man, this game is pretty, isn't it? What a lovely looking game. I could go for a map though, if I'm perfectly honest. A map would be nice. Yeah, how early 2000s always did. Yeah. Cogs, Sky Islands, yeah, like I said, there is kind of a Ghibli thing to it. That's very, very nice. The windmills, all that. I like this. Maybe, because I had the Sky Island thing for Cammy.Somnol, but I never really fleshed it out. Honestly, it would challenge the shit out of me drawing foliage, but yeah, I kind of dig it. That sounds kind of nice, actually. I know I had ideas to do the whole Minecraft thing, which isn't bad either. Minecraft is also kind of pretty, but it is, if you're not going for the blocky aesthetic, it tends to be a little hard to actually represent. And this doesn't necessarily contradict each other. They both kind of have like a rural, overgrown thing going on. That's a possibility. I'm definitely going to have to think on that. I'm trying to find my way back into town. Time to wander around for another hour, chat. I think it was around the beach, right? But not the beach that makes you old. This is the beach that is eternally the right age. That sky, yeah. Fuck off, you're ruining the view. Hells yes. Look at that shit. That's nice. Man. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good shot. That blue to yellow gradient. Yeah. Yeah. That's good as shit. Man, that's lovely. Alright, let's make our way to the Oracle. Yeah, yeah. Alright, give me a power cell.
Another power cell is yours.
I'm telling you, that's literally Triss's demon voice. Alrighty. Very nice. We're just missing the Scout Flies one. That's Dr. Claw. I don't know who Dr. Claw is. I'm going to be honest. And then just another 120 orbs, and Sandover Village will be 100% completed. Geyser Rock, we got everything. Sentinel Beach, we almost got everything. We got to chase the seagulls and again get the Scout Flies. We'll do that shit next time. He puked out one of his eyes through his mouth. I didn't even notice that. That's vile. Man, I was enjoying the view, and now I enjoy nothing but suffering. Yeah, no, this was a good stream. Like I said, I was a little bit on the fence about like making this a series, just because I'm like, oh man, I'm really getting lost, right? I can't imagine anybody would wanna watch that. But you know what? Then we got into it out of the aesthetic and everything, and yeah, I definitely think we'll be continuing this. Got the save. Don't forget the concept art. Yes. Oh shit. You are correct. Yes, Moon has sent me the concept. Oh, babe. No. Oh no. That's wrong. That's raunchy. Why? Why did they do that? Why? Oh my good lord. Why? Yeah, that's fine. I told you it was wild. Okay, sorry. The links aren't quite working correctly, so I've had to just search it up real quick. But these are the ones that he sent me. So, I love this. Sorry, this Reddit thread. Out of pure curiosity, what exactly was so bad about the Jak reboot concept art here? Let me pull it up for you guys, so I can stop teasing. I'll pull it up for you guys. So there's that, and yeah, that's fine. That's gonna be perfectly fine. It's weird. The links work in Steam, but they weren't working when I opened them in the browser. So, okay. So sorry about that. Just gonna transition. It's not showing. Yeah, I haven't actually shown it yet. Hold on. There we go. Transition. Okay. So check this shit out. Reddit. This is unusable. What the fuck? So this is Jak. The Jak and Daxter franchise holds a special place in many hearts at Naughty Dog and among our fans. The impulse to revisit that world can be very attractive, and something we wholeheartedly explored before coming up with The Last of Us. So, what would a realistic, distinctly non-cartoony Jak look like? We struggled with that idea for many months before realizing it might not work out. Might? Listen, I appreciate the effort, I guess. And then we gotta show you Daxter. Definitely struggled. This is wrong. This right here in particular is wrong. Everything about this is incorrect. Like, they get some parts where it's like you can tell they were trying to go for like a Weasley thing. This shit is just fucked up. This looks like AI, to be honest. The eyes feel wrong. The mouth to me is what feels wrong. And he's got like a Rocket Raccoon thing going on, but by somebody who didn't know what made Rocket Raccoon work. And these just look like aliens. These look like very fucked up aliens. Oh baby. Everything about these. I don't know if there's a single one here I like. This is probably the least shit one of the bunch. But that's not saying much because he just looks like a fox, which is not what an Ottsel is. I know it's a little difficult to decipher what Ottsel means, but okay, read the Daxter blurb. As a wise-cracking anthropomorphic Ottsel, half otter, half weasel, a realistic Daxter needed to have all the adorableness of a puppy, but the edge of a foxy jokester. Exaggerated hands and a bushy, playful tail were absolutely necessary. Hey, if you feel like you nailed it, Naughty Dog, more power to you. But, I appreciate the effort of imagining it in a realistic style, but I prefer the fantasy style. See, I just don't think it works realistic. I just don't think it works. Like, again, it looks like somebody was trying to design a Marvel character. Like literally. But what's going on with the feet? What's going on with the anything? Why? Seriously, you can't have it be like, oh, this is like a realistic rendered style. And then also have the hands be like gigantic fucking like 6'4" man hands. You can't do that. You can't do that, Naughty Dog. You can't do that. Alright, I think that's actually a phenomenal place to end it. The one with the gun looks like scuffed Ratchet. I can see that. That's true, actually, especially with the like the fingerless gloves. That's right, he does have those, right? Yeah, he's got like weird gloves. Yeah. It does, and Ratchet had the same kind of like, I don't even know what you call this. It's not like a bandolier. It's kind of like a backpack kind of thing going on. It's just, I don't know. It's just wrong. It's wrong. It's a harness. It's wrong. It's wrong. Sweet dreams. Yeah, that's good. That's where I want to end my stream off. All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and sticking through me being a little bit over caffeinated. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun, and we will definitely be back next time for more Jak and Daxter. I do have water. Peeking through the Reddit image view page. Yeah, it was a good stream. I do see that there's I got some messages. All right, that guy. I don't know why he even shows up in the IRC if he's not even gonna fucking reply. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, good stream. Love you guys. See you next week. Thanks for watching. And enjoy that visage to end us off. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Sweet dreams.